Shalom, shalom. Always want to start off, of course, giving all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Achakadash. Double honors to our apostles, elders, great millstone, who will teach you on sound doctrine, shalom, hopeful elect.
To pay up on his rent.
So this suspect has been charged, but police still have not found.
29-year-old man is on the run after allegedly abducting his own roommate at gunpoint when he was told to pay up on his rent.
So this suspect has been charged, but police still have not found him. ABC 13's Charlie Etzity has the video and the stunning details, Charlie.
Yeah, Jacob, the details here are quite frankly unbelievable, but the victim, Justin Owuji, says the whole reason why this even started in the first place is that his roommate had missed 2 months of rent, and so he at that point asked him to move out, and he says from there things only escalated. Take a look at your screen. This is surveillance footage from inside Owuji's house. It was taken back on May 8th, and that's when the suspect, 29-year-old Josh Deloach, you see him there, pulled out a gun and threatened Owuji, telling him to get on his knees.
Huh? On your knees. Bro, on your knees now. On your knees. Bro, on your knees. What's the issue? I'm not gonna say it one more time. Bro, what's the issue? On your knees. What's the issue?
All right, so you see there those pretty tense moments happening inside the house. Well, the victim says Deloach held him at gunpoint and allegedly demanded he transfer $6,000 into his bank account and then forced him to open up a safe that had jewelry, took some of those items. Well, then Owuji was forced into a shower where he says the gunman acted like he was going to shoot him, but instead tied him up and put him in the trunk of his car and then took off. Owuji says he had no idea where they were going, but somehow managed to wiggle out of the duct tape when the suspect parked the car and got out. And this is how that victim managed to get help from a stranger.
He stopped and I was like, hey, I don't need to get in your car. I'll get in the bed of your truck, but call 911. My roommate's trying to kill me. So he's like, okay, get in the bed of the truck. I get in the bed of the truck. I lay flat, and he drives off several miles before stopping, and the police are able to meet us.
Thank goodness for that Good Samaritan. So you can see the map here on your screen, how far the suspect got with the victim before the victim finally set himself free, all the way from the East End up to FM 1960. And so the suspect, once again, Deloach, has been charged with aggravated robbery as well as aggravated kidnapping. He is still on the run this morning, so if you know where he's at, call HPD. We're live from downtown. Charlie Etzity, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Amazing details.
Yeah, so there you have it, man. It's a lot of stuff going on. I was going to do another in the news, man, but it's so much going on, man. It's like, man. But you see, it says suspect missed 2 months of rent before alleged kidnapping victim. So, and they showed the video, and that's in the scriptures, man. Because why? And matter of fact, he missed 2 months of rent because why? He ain't got no money. You see what I'm saying? Everything is turned upside down in the world of Jake, man. It says, this is 2 Ezra 6:22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, and the trumpet shall give a sound, and that's what you see now. You see a lot of these, it's a trucker strike, it's a it's the diesel, okay, what is it, the diesel gas is high. Shit, regular gas is $5. You see, so if the diesel gas is high, then there's no truckers to import the goods into these stores, man. Okay, and therefore you have a lack of employees, people quitting their jobs every day. Okay, people can't afford their living like they used to. It says, and the trumpet shall give a sound. When every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, in 3 hours they shall not run. And that's what you saw. You saw a friend fighting a friend like an enemy, man. It was 3 of them, 3 roommates. You know what I'm saying? And this dude missed out on two months. So if he missed out on 2 months, that means they had to cover him. I've been there, okay? And then they cover them, but then they do like, hey, you got to pay up. You know what I'm saying? It was another video I didn't show. The first one I watched, they said they didn't say it on the one I just played, but on the other one, dude took his phone, tied him up. Matter of fact, let me see if I can play that, man. Let me play that other one real quick. Salakia. Here you go, right here.
Talking to a man who says he was kidnapped and robbed by his roommate. Police are looking for 29-year-old Joshua Deloach, hoping this video here will lead to tips on where.
The victim tells us they lived together for over a year, and he believes this was all started after he fell behind on his rent. When he asked him to move out, that's when this incident occurred.
Shocked. I was confused. I was scared. I was nervous.
The Ring camera inside the townhome they shared with one other person shows the beginning of that traumatic night for Justin. You can hear Joshua clearly ask Justin to get on his knees.
On your knees. Bro, on your knees now.
You can then see Joshua grab the victim's phone, and then he unplugs the Ring camera.
He tosses me a blindfold, a bandana, and says, "Cover up your eyes."
Justin says they went to his room. He says the suspect took his gun, his Rolex, and even opened his cell phone and transferred $6,000 through a Cash App. And then he asked Justin to go to the shower.
He asked me something along the lines of, any last words, or what do you have to say for yourself? Do you want to do this here, or do you want to gamble? And I said, I guess gamble.
That's when Justin says the suspect covered his head, tied his wrists and ankles, and threw him in the back of his car.
This isn't right. And he just, told me to be quiet and continue to drive.
They left his townhome east of downtown and drove to Northwest Harris.
Yeah, so that's, he said, you want to do it here, you want to gamble. That nigga was not playing, man. He was about to kill cuz, so, and they was friends. But they're fighting each other like enemy over the lack of funds, over the lack of bread, man. Second Ezra 15, it says, woe to the world, 14, woe to the world, them that dwell therein. Woe means death, destruction, okay? For the sword, right? And he was holding in his hand a modern day sword, which is a gun. The sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. All right, and you see now all across the world, man. All right, but yeah, man, I just wanted something quick because this is about to get intensified. I just watched another video from the Elder Yashawamba's page, the 2 Through page, and the dude just smacked the girl eyes in the alley and just kept walking. It's getting intensified, man. Lawlessness is increasing. All right, and the scriptures talk about that, man, as we've been going into for years now, man. You know what I'm saying? So Lord willing, this is edifying, man. Just know that the times we living in are the times that the prophets has been warning about from the foundations of the earth, man. Okay? Mainly when the apostles came back, starting with Apostle Tahar on down, man. All right? All right? And his teachers, all right? King Masha, all right? High Priest Ariyah, and so forth, man. All right? The great men before him. And that's what we do. We enter into other men's labors, and because of that, you see things like this happening. The words that we speak are the words of the heavens, and they were declared from the heavens, and they're manifesting themselves in these latter times, man. So, friend, hey Keisha, and Poo Poo and Tay Tay, your niggas, man. It ain't your niggas, bro. They gonna slaughter you for this. I remember this last thing I'm gonna say. I was working with this dude. I think he a Jake, but he looked like an Edomite. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I remember this conversation like yesterday. I said, hey, if all hell broke loose, and he called me his best friend one time, right? And we just worked together. And I said, if all hell broke loose, yada yada yada, I said, you would kill me to feed your family. He said, you damn right. You see, without hesitation, man. So the mindset of these people is going to be without hesitation, man. Okay? So Lord willing is edifying. I want to give all honor and glory again, infinite praise and worship to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim or HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles, our elders, great millstone, rule well, teacher, and sound doctrine to this very day. Strong shalom to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large multitude, men, women, children, that the Lord will have mercy on. Till next time, shalom.